I can represent the solution set of a system of linear inequalities graphically. Here's what you need to know. A system of linear inequalities is two or more inequalities that use the same variables. Most of the time it's x and y. If you have a point xy that is a solution to each of the inequalities in the system, that means that that point is a solution to the entire system. We can represent the solution to a system of linear inequalities on a graph as the overlap of each inequality's solution. So in this example, we have two separate inequalities, the red one and the blue one, and they're graphed appropriately. I use the program Desmos to graph these two inequalities. The solution to the system is going to be anything that's in the overlap region. So this purple area right here is going to be my overlap. I can pick any point that's in this overlap and plug it into these two separate inequalities, and it will produce a true statement for both of them because it's in the overlapping area of my solutions. So for example, I'm choosing the point 4, 0. That would be right here. It happens to also be our x-intercept. That is a solution to both of these inequalities. Let's do an example. Which graph represents the following system of inequalities? We have y is greater than negative 5/2 x minus 2, and y is less than negative 2. We can eliminate some choices simply by looking at our system. We have one inequality that's a lot simpler to look at than the other one. Y is less than negative 2 is just a horizontal dotted line. That means that I'm going to have, my choice here is horizontal, but I know it's going to be a dotted line. So just by looking at the differences, the obvious differences in your graphs, you can make some smart decisions and eliminate some choices. B is going to be our correct graph right here, but we could also check the equation of the blue one as well. And if you were to do that, you would see that choice B is still the correct answer. Go ahead and pause and try this one. Which graph represents the following system of inequalities? For this system, our first graph is the same as the one before, but this time we have x is less than or equal to negative 2. Let's start eliminating some choices by looking at our system of inequalities. X is less than or equal to negative 2 is a fairly simple graph. We know that it's going to be a vertical graph up and down. And we also know that we're going to be shading to the left because I want less than negative 2. So on my number line, I would be picking numbers that are smaller than negative 2. And those would be on the left of negative 2. We have a vertical solid line because of the line underneath the inequality symbol. Graph A is going to be the correct answer here. And you can see that we have our vertical red line. X is less than or equal to negative 2. It's less than or equal because I shaded to the left, and it's equal because of the solid line. If you want more on this topic, be sure to check out the Learning Target spreadsheet for additional resources, videos, and practice.